All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Freezin NFC North Podcast, episode 168. Bears fall short, but claim the division title. Pack get run over. Vikes fight on. Plus, Week 18 NFC North previews. Let's get going. You can find me on NFL Outdated, on Twitter X, on YouTube, on Instagram, and Freezin 4 Pod on the TikTok. Glad to be here. Glad to talk about sports. Lots to get to. As we get started, Skull Geek, where can everyone find you?
I like to keep it simple. Everybody can find me on Twitter X at Skull Geek. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Especially, hey, the Vikings are finishing out strong, and perfect timing for another Vikings.
Hey.
Shelby, glad to have you. Where can everyone find you as we get started?
Shelby Tweten on Twitter, X, Instagram, and the Skull Queen on TikTok.
Very good. Always glad to have you. And Miles, good to have you filling in here as well as always. Where can everyone find you?
Yeah. Thanks for having me back, man. Always good to hang out with y'all. You can find me on the Pack Weekly Pod every Monday night, streaming live on YouTube, 9:30 Central, talking Pack, sticking to the top topics around the Pack, not letting the trolls from the Bears get to us in the comment section.
Lots of good stuff. We're going to get to that as well. And you know what? Seventh letter. You've been a good sport, all throughout the season. Where can everyone find you?
Seventh letter 4, Twitter X, same OG, Instagram, Facebook. What's up, y'all?
Not too much. I'm not sure if any of you heard, but breaking news. The Chicago Bears are NFC North champions for the 2025 season. Hey, it's just as I predicted at the beginning of the season, and it may not have happened exactly how it was supposed to, but it happened. So let's get to that. Obviously, there are other teams other than my Bears, but I'm still soaking that in. So as we kind of go through, let's talk about the Lions and the Vikings. I'm going to give this one to you, Skull Geek, to start. The Vikings smothered the Lions with 6 turnovers, 23-10 win at home, Week 17. Hand out some helmet stickers.
Yeah, absolutely. I really loved it. It was such a fun game to watch with not a whole lot left to cheer for in the season. It was kind of a nice way to finish the season. Just you were saying at the top of the cast that the Vikings finished strong. Really, the Vikings defense finished strong.
Right.
So I think the biggest helmet sticker goes to Brian Flores, just for coming up with the scheme. A lot of the guys are really well matched for the specific scheme. And then secondly, I'll leave a few helmet stickers for Shelby, but the next one is definitely Harrison Smith. The guy was just playing out of his mind. 37-year-old dude just going crazy out there. I think he had interception, a sack, 3 TFLs, just incredible play. I hope he comes back next year.
Yeah, speaking of that, you probably should throw as many stickers at Brian Flores as you can, and just maybe tape him down to the facility. Because if any team gets a hold of it, I would not have wanted to face that defense in the postseason.
I mean, you could throw a bunch of money at the defense, and really the biggest thing that's going to make a difference for this defense being good next year is Brian Flores. So if we keep Brian Flores around, what I would do is, if I was the Wilfs, is pay him head coach money so he doesn't go out and get a head coach position. I mean, personally, I don't think he wants all the stress of, going back to that head coach position again. I think that he'll likely stay with the Vikings if they, give him a pretty decent contract. I'm sure he'll be the highest paid defensive coordinator next year.
It should be. And Shelby, what are your helmet stickers for this game?
I'm the same. I think Van Ginkel definitely is another person that deserves one. It's crazy to think how much one person can change a team, because where would we be if Gink wouldn't have gotten hurt at the beginning of the season? You know what I mean? He is such a core person in our defense. It's so fun watching him. If you guys have seen my Twitter this week, I've been so emotional about Harrison Smith. I mean, just what a game to watch. And I think that game is a game I'm going to refer to every time people bring up tanking, because the players do not want to tank. They don't want to tank. You saw that interview after where Smith is like, this is the most fun I've ever had. And it, like, I think that's like all the pressure was taken away. It was just the longest yard, you know, they're just playing for fun, actually just like having fun with their teammates and whatever. They're not worried about the playoffs. And even Smith being like, you know, shouting out the fans and being like, we're out of the playoffs and you guys are showing up and still riding for us and having that environment. So it's like, they just want to have a good time. They're getting paid. Like, this is something that they've loved since they were kids. The wins, I think, matter more to the fans than it matters for the guys. And especially for Harrison Smith, you know, he's not worried about the next draft pick. He's worried about having, you know, the last hurrah. Obviously, I hope that he comes back next year. I know KOC's been on him, and I know he said if I can play, it's really hard to, you know, not play. But yeah, between him and Van Ginkel, I think that Max Brosmer deserves like a tiny sticker because he didn't suck as much as, like, you know, there's a lot on his shoulders at that point. And I feel like, especially coming off the way he lost in the last time he played, I think that he definitely kept it, you know, poised enough, because our defense could get 6 turnovers. But if our offense is getting 6 turnovers, you know, we've seen that happen before. So I think just as a fan, it was such a fun game to watch. What did I say last week? I was like, I just want to have fun at this point, and that was definitely fun to watch.
7th letter, was that fun to watch?
I'm beating the shit out the Vikings right now. I'm mad. I already knew it was gonna happen, so it was like I saw it coming. We ain't.
Why have you been predicting all these losses for the Lions at late in the
I
season?
know my team. You know what I'm saying? You know how, like, if you know a certain person ain't playing and you saw how they lost the last time, they can do the same thing again. All they did was the same thing all over again. That's all they did. Just attack, blitz down the middle, get my man off his spot. Like, if you wanna pay a pocket quarterback all that money, protect him. It's not his fault. He did what he could. He was getting hit from the blind side all day. He was at pressure all day. What do you want him to do? I can't even fault Jared Goff for turning the ball over so many times. You can't. Like, he wasn't getting protected at all. He still played. To me, he didn't play that bad. I already told you, I don't really care about turnovers as much as everybody else does. I care about, like, as long as he shows, like, you know, he's doing what he can. I know what I have. He's not Lamar Jackson. I don't expect him to be Superman. Make conditions perfect for that expensive-ass quarterback and let him play. That's what you wanted. You paid him all that money. I think I can win with him. Protect him. Simple as that. We showed how we got a little bit in front of our skis and thought we were there already, even with losing Frank Ragnow and Zeitler, and we look crazy. So I knew it was gonna happen. Like, we ain't got nobody in the secondary. Like, what were we gonna do?
You know what? You talk about injuries. You had injuries last year. You were in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, but all injuries aren't equal. You know what I'm saying? All injuries aren't equal.
True, but you know what would have helped? Coaching. Coaching would have helped.
I mean, I don't like Campbell as an offensive coach. It's too predictable. I know exactly what he's gonna do every time, and I shouldn't know that. You know what I'm saying? One thing. I think he should get back to coaching and you know, get a play caller that's what he does, and that's his expertise. Maybe try to get, you know, McDaniels from Miami after they fire him. I don't know, but we got to do something else. We got to pay coaches. We got to build that offensive line back up, and we'll see. We'll take another crack at it next year. Maybe do something different, like make a splash in free agency, pay somebody. Like, I don't know. It's a lot of things that a lot of soul searching we got to do in this offseason. But the offensive line being hurt, Jared Goff being one of the best players on our team, and he's better when you protect him. I knew we were gonna lose. There's nothing we can do with that. Like, I don't know. I had an argument on Christmas. Like, you mean to me on Christmas? Bitch, I lost. Like, I lost. I lost.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, for real. Like, I don't feel like being nice to you right now. I lost. You don't have nothing you feel this about. You'll never understand. You'll never understand, man. I gotta go.
This is why my dad, he always is like, "You're crazy." I'm like, I grew up with this as a father.
My father calling
like, what
me.
did you expect?
Out of here, Dad. What the fuck? What? What? Y'all looking crazy. I'm watching. I'm waiting for Snoop to come on. I don't even want to watch this shit no more. Like, it's horrible. That's how I knew we were gonna lose. After we lost to the Vikings the first time, I said that week 9. Didn't I say that? I said, oh no.
You did.
Losing to the division? Like, that's crazy. Oh no, it's over. We can't beat them.
Literally flipped.
All right, let's go back to this. It says, why are we talking Vikings?
It's not playoff time. We got one more week.
It's like a preseason
but I saw
week this week.
I'm like,
there are 2 teams that are going to be in the playoffs. I'm going to let you, Miles, tell me about what happened. I mean, I had a lot of friends actually at this game. The Packers were run over by King Henry, 41-24 loss for the Ravens. But you did clinch the playoffs with that Lions loss. So maybe pass out some blame. Talk about this game a little bit.
It felt mailed in. I did not like this. I was very sour watching this game. I mean, yeah, anytime your team gets run over by 200 plus yards and 4 touchdowns, it's not going to be fun to watch. But it's just like, come on, man. You knew it was coming. He's one of the best running backs in history. He's not losing anything yet, right? He's still running pretty damn good, and your starting quarterback is out. Like, you knew it was coming. Get in his way. Like, they didn't even get in his way. And then LaFleur just, acts like a sad puppy afterwards. Like, I don't know what happened. Brother, you got the brakes beat off of you is what happened. Like, good Lord, man. I thought you were there. Like, I don't know. Like, the whole tone of that game just felt pathetic. And I don't know. Shout out to our friend RevTrev. He's out there, he's saying week 18 doesn't matter. Listen, this matters. Like, you need to get yourself picked up before you go into the playoffs. Like,
going to the playoffs,
like
losing 2 in a row. Oof.
Yeah.
3 in a row.
It's going to be
exactly
4.
It'll be 4 if we.
As I predicted, I said on the podcast, I don't know if this Packers team is going to win another game. And a lot of people laughed at me, but I mean,
Andy, I will say this year, I don't know if the drugs you were smoking in the last couple of years, like,
they're all kicking in.
But all this shit, like, as in the big, I remember the first podcast we did, and I was like, okay, sure. And like everything you said, where normally it's like you sound crazy, this time it's like they're actually coming true. And I'm like, I mean, there's a guy at work that's a Vikings fan or a Packers fan. We've been talking shit all year. And yesterday he was just like, I knew we were going to lose out. I'm like, did you? But what did I say? The Vikings are going to win out the second that we make the playoffs. It's like we win.
Tell you what,
So
I was
annoying.
wrong. I didn't think the Vikings would win more than 5 games. And, I underestimated Brian Flores and just what – I mean, look at the Bears games with all the division games. I mean, they have played division opponents tough. And that's just obviously you scheme against the players that go ahead.
Not week 2.
We'll get to that. Yes. Ben Johnson's about to bring an ass whooping for that week too. We'll just say that.
Also, Malik Willis, is he signed for you guys longer?
He's a free agent after this.
He's going to be someone's picking him up. Like,
oh yeah.
The Packers are not going to pay him, right? They're just going to let him let him walk. Yeah.
You can't keep him as QB2. You can't afford
It's
him.
going to be a Sam Darnold situation.
What do you
I
think
mean,
it's going to be, like
he
3
looks
years,
legit.
100 million or something like that?
He looks legit. He's going to get more probably than he should. I mean,
Yeah.
we get into the quarterback market, but like, yeah, I mean, it's get paid, dude. You know, he's the next QB1 on the market. Like, I don't know that there's anybody else you'd rather have that's going to be available.
Can we stop the crazy here a little bit though? Because even I, at seventh letter of your ears here, I'm going to say this: Jordan Love is better than Malik Willis. We can stop this. You know,
Yes.
the Packer fans are like, oh, let's get rid of Love and go with Willis. I mean,
What?
you know,
People are actually saying that?
oh yeah,
There
course they
are
are.
people saying that, yes.
it's
and they should
absolutely
be
ridiculous.
muted. Use the mute button liberally.
Yeah. The next Flynn, yo. He's a Flynn.
Yeah, that's.
I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to hurt him like that. Like, he might be better. He probably is better than Flynn. Like, I don't want to say he's going to go off and do absolutely nothing after this, but I mean, he's going to
It
get
might
probably
just be
paid more than he
offense
should.
around him, you know, I
Mhm,
think
exactly.
if he had a scheme that was built around the way he plays, I feel like he could do great. But again, he could go somewhere else in like coaching or the system he gets put in. He gets actually embarrassed. But the last couple games I've seen of him, I'm like, okay.
I mean, really,
I
since
just
the
can't
Packers
relate because
acquired
our
him,
backups are fucking straight doo-doo water. So I'm like, wow.
I mean, you had a couple good ones in the building last year. You let him go.
We were never gonna pay him what he wanted to be paid. Like, oh, so if
He's
they make it to the
still-
Super Bowl, I'm deleting Twitter. Like,
Yeah, Donald ain't good, man. He do the same thing. He do the
Yeah.
same thing, man.
Do you guys know Indiana Jones? What was his contract? Did he get 20 million or 30 million? Daniel Jones?
Oh, that's
I
a good
don't know.
question.
I thought I was
don't
like
know.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, Indiana Jones.
But he's
He was slinging
injured. He
it.
got out, so it didn't even matter, right?
Yeah, he's hurt, but he was playing really good before he got hurt.
But
Well,
he's not playing anymore.
Do you
I
know
think
who
it's
also?
going to be Darnold and Rams are going to re-meet in the playoffs. It's going to be a redo of what happened last year in the playoffs. And let's hope the same thing happens again. Oh my gosh. Anyways.
Oh my gosh, he only got $14 million.
That's
We
horrible.
should have paid him 15, 20.
I don't know
It was-
though. I
He
think you're all
wanted a
set.
multi-year contract. That was
Yeah.
like,
But he got a 1 year, $14 million contract with the Colts.
but I think, oh, you're talking about Jones.
They didn't
I thought we
resign him
Daniel Jones.
and give him another contract.
They haven't
What?
signed him yet. Daniel Jones?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, he got hurt.
Oh,
so.
I bet they will.
Yeah, I would.
Well, he was only
Man.
at the Vikings for like 2 weeks, I feel like.
I know, but that gave us a prime opportunity to step in and give him 20
Maybe he
million.
didn't fit well
He's
with
a really good
the.
backup.
Nah,
Maybe he
he
didn't
I mean,
fit well with the.
why wouldn't he fit in well? He has wheels. He's got
Yeah.
escapability. He's more accurate than JJ. So I don't know. I would have liked to keep him around for 20 million.
I thought KOC was all in on a JJ, and I think I mean, I JJ has an opportunity, right? Just I mean, talk about some of these backup quarterbacks, and there's a reason they're backups. The reason they don't stick. Daniel Jones was doing good. That could have been a product of the offense, right? Could have been a product of Shane Steichen. I mean, Phillip Rivers comes in and he's slinging it after being out 100 years, right? So, I mean,
it started off by he was a bum again too. It started out fine, but they always
he did.
Yeah,
Turned
Camera
into a
angles aren't
bunch
doing
of-
him any favors either.
Right.
No. All right.
He's got that Uncle Rico arm.
yeah. I always hated his release, yo. It always looked so like I don't know. He's
I don't
tough,
know.
but no.
Yeah,
Well,
I agree with this. He wanted to be number one.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
I get it.
Because
Well,
McCarthy was going to be the number one.
He was
that
coming.
was
You got to give him a
Yeah.
shot. Well, speaking of tough and box office, I got my
That shit
movie
was
theater.
crazy.
movie theater
Like,
here.
Game of the year. One of the
Bears-
games of the year.
Yeah, Bears. So the Bears did
wild
fall
game.
short in a shootout versus 49ers. And it was kind of like on cloud nine because I'm like, you know what? A lot of people said we couldn't play with these guys. 49ers are the potential number one seed. And
I said that.
yeah,
I said that.
I didn't say that last week, did I? Did I say that?
No, I don't think you did, but there were a lot of people that did. I did predict that they were going to lose in a close game. And obviously, something needs to be done about that defense. So obviously there's some blame there, and Dennis Allen's kind of taking a little bit of a flack for that. But I think part of this is on how good Brock Purdy is. He has commanded that offense, and it's just,
he a bum. He is, Joe. He is. They just want y'all lost because they've been there before. Y'all just got good. That's how they beat us. That's why we beat the shit out of them last year. Because they just beat us because they had more experience. They had, they got a bunch of 30-year-olds over there. Y'all 24, 27. You know what I mean?
How many times in the last 5 years have they been to the NFC Championship? Like every year except one.
They won and done. Why?
So were the NFC North teams last year as well. So, Shanahan is legit, right? I think, and yeah, Robert Saleh on the other side. Obviously, they didn't do much on defense, just like when he was with the Jets.
Y'all almost won though. That's
we did
even crazier.
We did. And what I love about this, obviously, we were the last. So we have a coach in Ben Johnson that's going to take accountability. And basically, he said in the press conference that it was his fault. He did not get the play in on time, that last play, and Caleb Williams is kind of just trying to freewheel and kind of figure something out. So that. That hook and ladder play, I think they were trying to get a little bit too cute, and they thought they were going to get a touchdown there. But
we did that.
What's
to
that?
Them last year. They was waiting for that. We did that to them last year and scored. They already knew that was coming.
I think so. So what I take from this game is the defense needs to get a little bit healthier, and obviously we lost Noah Sewell, but Caleb Williams proved that he could continue to just sling the ball down the field when needed, and just have take that step in his growth, and obviously he was right there. I remember thinking when I'm watching this game, I'm like, I think the Bears are going to lose here, but just to be right there, it's so crazy that Bears we've actually gotten more kudos from some of the losses that we've had this year. Than even some of the wins. Because if we would have won, they would have been like, oh, well, it's just because the 49ers, defense is not, all these injuries. And so when I look at my Bears, like I said before, we are the 2015 Cups. We're yearly. And it's all gravy from here. So as long as Miles, as long as we do not lose in the first round to the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, that's the worst case scenario for this season, and we'll get to that. But other than that,
would that psychologically break this team for the future?
No,
not Caleb Williams. He does not care.
Oh no, he's unflappable now.
Break the fans.
He is unflappable.
It might break the
it absolutely would. Yeah. So we're not there yet. We're not there yet. So, as we kind of, look at this game, any other thoughts from watching it from the outside? Yeah, go ahead.
Personally, I feel like that's a really tough road to the Super Bowl. You got to play the Packers, then you got to play the Rams. That every single game, just thinking, who might win those games, it looks really tough.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
anybody, not just the Bears. It's hard.
But it's crazy.
Well, it looks a little easier for the Seahawks, honestly.
Don't say that. I'm not even giving them any of my attention.
I don't think so. Here's the thing: the Rams lost to the Falcons. So I don't know what that was about. Stafford kind of just his footwork was off a little bit. I think there's a book against him now. I think in just kind of getting him off his mark.
Yeah, he still don't throw touchdowns in the red zone. He's still the same guy. I'm like, damn, he's still doing this? He do with us all the time. But without Devontae Adams, it's
that's what I was about to say.
Gadget thing. If you got Devontae Adams in the red zone, you got somebody else a red zone target. But without that,
it's crazy though.
Everything, you know what I mean? Puka is the truth, though. I don't understand. I don't don't understand, man. I do not understand. He's crazy. That catch that he made that, they call incomplete.
I was gonna say, do you guys agree that it wasn't a catch?
It was
I
definitely
was watching
not
it
a
and I was
catch.
like, it was a catch.
It was not a catch.
It came out. Yeah, it
It
came
looked
out.
like a catch the
It, like-
first 3 or 4 reviews, but there was
Yeah.
one angle where
There
you
was
could
one
see where
angle.
he caught it, and then
But
it
if
just
he was
barely got pulled out.
inbounds, it would have been a catch,
It would have been.
right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm.
But
That's
he
tough.
lost control just for a second when then his feet went out.
And that
he
pass
back.
interference, that wasn't like there was just.
I don't really like it though, because he pushed off too. So it's
Yeah,
like,
I know.
it's
That's why
hand
it
fighting,
wasn't.
you know what I mean? Like hand fighting can get a little weird sometimes. And then that would have been like a play that, you know what I'm saying? Like that would have changed the game. It was not really fair.
Mhm.
Dropped it in there though. God damn, he dropped that thing in there. Matt is crazy. I miss him, man. I miss him so much. Oh my God.
Tell you
with
what's
that
not-
said, saying that it's a tough road to the Super Bowl, it's also a pretty good year to be in the playoffs because it's anybody's game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everybody
I don't
has-
think one person
Yeah.
has
everybody in
any
the-
idea.
No.
Everybody's beatable.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the Bills' chance though. I think the Bills, all the people.
Say,
Yeah.
on the AFC, it's Bills, Patriots, Ravens. Those are like the 3 guaranteed? Or are the Ravens still not guaranteed? I know it's
No.
Bills and Patriots.
Yeah, it's this week. It's Ravens Steelers to get in the playoffs. Here,
See, I'm looking up some standings here. Oh, the Jags are 12-4,
Oh yeah, Jags.
and the Broncos are
good.
13-3.
One and done.
I love this. My child is 3, has never seen a Patriots Super Bowl. Get out of here with that.
Crazy.
Tough time.
But tell you what, obviously, let's kind of we can move on to this week and talk about some games. Obviously, there's one game that doesn't really matter, but it does. So let's go ahead and look at the Packers at Vikings. This is who would have thought week 18 that the Vikings would be 7.5 point favorites at home to the mighty Packers.
The Toon
All right.
Squad. Put some respect on our name, man.
The out of tune squad. Shelby, what are some of your keys to this game?
I think our defense just needs to keep doing what it's doing. At the end of the day, like the Vikings are the defense at this point. If we can, is it going to be Love or is it going to be Will? It's going to be Love, right?
No,
It's Clayton Toon. That's why I said we're the
Third
Toon
stringer.
Squad this week.
Yep.
Clayton
Oh,
Toon, number 6.
Okay.
The man.
I don't even know who the fuck that is. So that
Good.
I guarantee our defense is probably going to run all over them. Then my thing is, I really want Justin Jefferson to get 53 yards. I want it so badly. I wanted us to just throw it. I mean, what do we really have to lose at this point? Like, just get him his shit. And the main reason I want to win at this point is I think it's absolutely crazy that if we win and they lose, we almost have the same record. Like, if that tie wouldn't have happened, Green Bay, like, this is a year that, okay, you made it to the playoffs. Do we think you're going to make it far in the playoffs? No. It's like, what can you really brag about at this point, like, other than being in the playoffs? Your record isn't that much better. You've lost the last 3 games, especially if we win this game. We sweeped you, right? We won the first. I can't
If
even
there's
remember.
something that
This year
to
has
be-
been such a blur for me, to be honest with you.
if there's something to be bragged about, the Green Bay fans will find it. They will go all the way
True.
back to 1900 and say, "Did you know that we are?"
I mean,
this,
we
this,
have a
this?"
deep history of winning. Sorry about it.
Let's just continue.
They'll be like,
to
you know
move-
that 20 years before the Vikings were even created, we went on a 10-year winning streak. It's like, okay.
We were the champs
when there were
before you
like
were
4
born.
teams.
Well, and,
Yeah,
and the Bears
literally,
were
like-
one of them, and they still haven't had a 4,000-yard passer.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
oh,
all right.
oh, shots
Okay, you're
fired.
hitting below the belt. All right,
Oh.
we'll get there. We'll definitely
but
get there.
if they lose, because I know it does matter a little bit, right? It's like, depends on where they have to play.
I think we're 7th seed no matter what.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I'll concede as far as like what do you have to brag about? I'm not sitting here going, well, I'm on a high horse because we're in the playoffs. I'm kind of sitting here going, I wonder if my coach is going to have a job, because if the playoff format hadn't changed, you're talking about a 3-year drought, man. Nobody keeps their job in that situation. So I'm not sitting here trying to convince you of why the Packers are the best in the division or in the league or anything like that right now. But I like where I am coming from is, as far as like, why does it matter? It definitely matters. And up to this point, there was reason to believe that the Packers were the best. You lose some of your best players, things change. I'm not sitting here making excuses, just reality. So like when you don't have Micah Parsons on the field, the optimism changes. I'm not as optimistic about the defense.
You picked
when
up
Micah
Diggs,
Parsons
though, right?
isn't on it. They did. They picked up Diggs. So, that's interesting, but it's not like he's got a lot of optimism to offer. He's played like garbage.
Has he even played this year, really?
He beat barbecue chicken every week. Barbecue chicken every week.
Yeah, he's. I think quarterbacks have a perfect passer rating when they target him. So it's an effort, I guess, and I think it cost them basically nothing. So cool. Hopefully it works. That'd be great. But yeah, honestly, right now it really does kind of feel like I don't know what you're playing for, because I mean the players are professionals. You got to play the game. You're going to go out there and you have a playoff game. You got to try to win a playoff game for sure. But it definitely feels like you're trying to do that with your B squad. And I don't
do you feel like you have to win one before the playoffs though? Because it's like,
I certainly feel that way, but our coach starting, Mr. Toon, I can't. I don't feel like when you start Clayton Toon against the Minnesota Vikings, you're communicating that you're trying to win that game.
Right. Literally.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I mean, Stella's got to get her groove back, I think, in order to go into the playoffs strong.
Well, speaking of Stella getting her groove back, JJ has started to do well, I believe. And is JJ going to play Skull Geek?
I have no clue. I hope he does, because I think that gives Justin Jefferson a better chance to get 53 yards or something like that.
What's the total that he's going for?
1,000. He just wants 1,000 yards. It kind of looks ugly with all those, 1,800-yard seasons and then a 900-yard season. This year's been pretty disappointing for Justin Jefferson.
We all know why.
Right.
But I was going to say, to Shelby's point about the Vikings having a very similar season to what the Packers have done, Ben Gessling had a tweet where he said that if the Vikings would have beaten the Bears that last second where they had that 56-yard return and they lost the game, they would have had a chance at the wild card. And no, I think they would have actually won the division if they beat the Packers this week.
Yep. Because that was their only
Crazy
loss,
to think about,
right?
just one little thing, and then all of a
I see
sudden
that.
everything's flipped upside down.
This year has been so, and that's why the Bears, we can't even really talk shit to you, Andy, because you guys have done great. You've done great.
I did say at the beginning of the year that the Bears are going to be scary, even though I didn't want them to be good. They had all those one-score games last year. You made a good point, and you definitely sold me on it. So, and Caleb Williams, I mean, you really can't talk that much trash about the dude. Yeah, he's got painted fingernails. What else he got on the guy,
What I love
the lowest
about
completion percentage among starting quarterbacks.
all right,
So
we're still
escapability, man.
That's the
but
thing.
when it matters, he makes the play. That's it. The game in the 49ers,
it was clutch.
Some of the shit he was doing, I was like, oh.
He got all them weapons. All them weapons.
They were hurt.
Right.
Those weapons were hurt.
They should have been good. They should have been good, yo.
Those weapons.
Also,
were hurt.
they have an offensive line over there, seventh letter. No offensive line in Detroit.
No, not no more. You're right. Yo. Let me shut the fuck up. You're right.
All right. So, what do you guys think? Skull Geek and Shelby, are the Vikings winning this game?
I think there's no chance that we lose this game. They're going to come out playing. The defense is going to just scramble freaking Toon's brain. It's just going to be ridiculous on defense. So if JJ can play and he can just play okay, they'll definitely win the game.
I agree. I think especially, like I said, I think that the guys are at a point where, especially if this might be Harrison Smith's last game, like, it is so rare to have a guy stay in one franchise his entire career. Like, oh, I get emotional again. So I think that they just, there's so much, because I've said this every year on our podcast. This year's been a little different, but like, we are such a family-oriented team. And like, seeing all of the young guys around Smith last week, and like, this might even be the last game with Flores. Who knows? I feel like our defense is going to be fired up. And now that I'm realizing we're going against a third string quarterback too, we just, as long as, like you said, if JJ plays, or even if Brosmer plays like he played last week and he doesn't turn the ball over, then I don't think that will.
Well, on cue, I'm glad you brought up Brosmer, because I was going to say, like, there was probably one of the worst, plays in the entire league this year was by Brosmer. Yes, that tripping and that pick sticks.
Why did you do that?
Just take the sack, for God's sake. Jeez Louise.
Here you go. What the fuck?
What I'm going to say is the Vikings defense has a chance to do that to Clayton Tune. I think Clayton Tune, he's probably talented, right? But there's a reason he's a third string, and I think he's going to be overwhelmed. And maybe he throws, a pick or 2 or 3 or maybe 4 interceptions against this defense. But what do you think, Miles? Do you think the Packers are going to eke out a win here?
Yeah, I think I don't have it in me to believe that the Vikings will beat the Packers ever. I just don't have it in me, respectfully. But
respectfully.
but no, I'm predicting a Matt Flynn game here. Clayton Tune's going to break records, and the reason I say that is because he was the starting quarterback for Matthew Golden at Houston. We got built-in chemistry. Golden's breaking on the scene, finally going to get his breakout game that he's been waiting for all season, and we're going to ruin this final little family defense thing you guys got going on here. That's what we're going to do.
So that's a nugget I didn't know. So Matthew Golden then transferred to Texas?
Yes. Yep.
After Houston. I did not know that. Okay.
Yes, he was on Texas for one season.
Okay. You are, dropping some knowledge. Love that. All right. So
little tidbits.
Hard.
But he was really young then, wasn't he? Because Tune's senior year was like 2022. So he had to be like a freshman or a sophomore or something, right?
Are you sure it wouldn't have been 23? Because last year he would have been at Texas at 2024. So the year before that would have been Houston.
Clayton Tune's senior year at Houston was 2022.
It was 2022?
So it was probably like maybe Matthew Golden's freshman year or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what year it was, but that was
they had a pretty good connection.
At some point, they played together.
They were,
Tell you what, I feel like the journalists already have both sets of columns, headlines written either out of tune, in tune, anything like that. There's going to be
squad roles.
Yeah. So, seventh letter. Are you picking the Vikings or the Packers this week?
I think the Vikings are gonna win. I think they're gonna heat that boy up. It's gonna be so much heat. It's gonna be just a lot of heat on that man. I think the Packers they're a prideful team. They'll try to keep it close as they can with an interdivision game, but I just think like right now, like they kind of on the downswing too. I think that Bears game probably, took a little heat, fire from under they're going into the playoffs after losing, everybody's hurt. I think like sometimes when you get like big name players and your team has become like they become the face of it and you lose that, it kind of like takes away a lot of the confidence that you had before. Like Parsons is a bully. He's an exceptional player, exceptional pass rush. I think they he get a bad rap for him in the run game, but the Packers was a whole totally different team with him. You know what I'm saying? And without him, you guys been looking different. I can't lie. You know what I'm saying? Y'all played against Caleb Williams, who hold the ball long, so it didn't look as. But then he even,
he
had
figured it out.
So
did you guys see Eberflus saying how the Cowboys are a different team without Parsons?
It's just true, man. The guy's a freak athlete, and he wins so fast. He forces your offense to change your game plan, and without him, everybody else's job is harder.
Start moving around, it get real stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I will say, I think the Packers defense is prideful. They'll come back and they won't make it an easy day on the Vikings offense. But I don't know.
Some of them first round picks need to pick it up. Some of them first round picks need to play. Like, they just got to play now. Like, he ain't there. And y'all got a good enough team in the NFC to do something.
You're right.
Speaking of one person that needs to do something, and I feel like, Packers, a lot of Packer fans have actually bought his train ticket, his bus ticket out of town. Rashawn Gary, I don't know. Like, I don't know. That's
just useless.
Yeah, he only played good against us.
He's useless, man. I mean, and I mean, I'm not gonna act like I'm a deep expert. Just watching him, he looks like his goal is to get in a hand fight. His goal is not to get to the football.
Yep.
It's like, I'm just gonna get up here and get in this hand fight with this guy trying to block me. And it's like, dude, there's a football you need to go get. Like, there's a whole other thing going on
basketball, bro.
It's interesting that obviously, I think when you play with someone, you play a certain way. I mean, I thought like he's been a stud in past years, correct?
Yeah, he has definitely been a stud before.
And then you kind of like, you get these players like I'm going to bring out Carmelo Anthony, right? You kind of bring him, and if he was on his own, like he was like scoring like 50, but then you put him on a team, a super team, and then he kind of disappears. And I wonder if like Rashawn Gary is kind of a little bit of that, you get, next to all-world player.
He was
Micah
doing
Parsons.
pretty well when Micah Parsons was on the opposite side of him. You take that guy out of there, he's just
first couple games.
They're going to focus.
First couple.
Even before Parsons got hurt, there was a Gary fall off, and just watching him, he just he doesn't look focused. It's not like he's unathletic. He doesn't look like he's not moving the same. He just doesn't look like he's moving with the same mission. And you see like Enagbari kind of right there as your comparison. Guy jumps off, gets a tackle for loss. It's like, okay, there's a guy who he's going after the ball very clearly. He sees the shortest path to ball. He's taking shortest path to ball. You just never, ever see that with Rashawn Gary, ever.
I mean, in college, Rashawn Gary was not a stats guy. He didn't have a whole lot of sacks in college. So I was never a huge Rashawn Gary guy. He seemed like he should be good because he's got the body, he's got the athleticism, but he just doesn't. He's not, like you said, he's not taking that route he's not bending corners. He's not getting low. He just doesn't look good to me.
No,
he's not a very physical person.
No, and the Packers have some cap space things that they're gonna have to work through. So I think he's gonna be one that's gonna be very easy for them to part ways with. I don't know if they'll cut him, they'll trade him. I don't know anybody that would trade for him right now. But yeah, that seems like a relationship that's coming to an end pretty quick.
Yeah, he had 6.5 sacks through 7 games, and then nothing.
Yeah,
crazy,
just totally missing. So you can't do that.
Well, speaking of the opposite side of that, the Bears have definitely not gone missing. We are right there, and Ben Johnson, he does not forget. He does not forgive. He goes ahead and this week, the Bears are 3-point favorites at home at Soldier Field, 50.5 over under. I even before kind of, last, getting to the week 18, I thought this was going to be a shootout. I'm going to give you a start, 7th letter, some keys to the game, and act like the Lions are going to win.
I'm not. I don't lie to myself, yo. That's why I'm better than y'all, yo.
I lie to myself all the time, man. It's okay.
You're gonna They gonna beat the shit out of us, yo. It's gonna be bad, man. It's gonna be real bad. Yo. They gonna whoop our ass. I already see it coming. I'm gonna be out there playing his ass off, not getting protected, getting blitzed. They know what to do to beat us because they got everybody that beat us showed exactly how to beat us. You know what I mean? I think I think we'll be able to run the ball on y'all. I don't know. You know, we might be on some, that's been our little brother. We might show up, but I think ultimately, like, if it comes down to it at the end with all those backups in the secondary, it ain't much we can do, man. And we beat y'all real bad the first time. So I already know Ben starting, the starters playing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get hurt because we'll hurt you. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Know that. All right. So don't try to get too sexy because we'll put you out for the season. Just be respectful, man. That's it. We're gonna get our ass whooped.
Well, I was hoping, we'd have a little bit of kind of a fight. I think it's going to be a fight. I think Dan Campbell's going to try.
He can't. He ain't got no. You know how many people ain't gonna be on this team next year? It's a lot of little punks getting off my team. We ain't the same, yo. It's a lot of punks ain't gonna be on that team next year, and I'm happy.
So is this where the Lions actually go back to where they used to be and just be terrible every single year?
No, I don't got that kind of team. We going back to the drawing board again. That's all. I already know they know what we need to fix. If they gonna pay that quarterback all that money, we cannot win if you don't fix that offensive line.
You got to build in the trenches. I mean, every single team that's good, you build in the trenches.
That's why we won. So this is what I say: all injuries aren't equal. So last year, the whole defense got hurt. So we had a whole bunch of 42 to 38 games that we won because the offensive line was in play. They were healthy the whole year until the end. I think we lost Zeitler against the Vikings in the fourth quarter when we beat the shit out y'all last game. It was our anniversary the other day too.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, that one. So it's like the offensive line was intact and the offense was healthy. So we were able to score on, and just outscore people because we had those explosive players. You know what I'm saying? Montgomery was hurt, but Jahmyr Gibbs came on. And, now it became a star at the end of the year last year. So we had that. We don't have that O-line no more. So we can't boat race people no more. We can't get in shootouts no more because we get sack fumbles. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't run at the goal line no more. Notice, all our touchdowns, 20-yard touchdowns. Long plays. Yep. All of them. The last that ain't how we play. Our superpowers, we can beat you with the run game. We can beat you with the pass. We can only beat people one way now. It's over. If Jahmyr Gibbs start getting loose, that's the only way we can beat you. And if we can't do that, stop him, you stop us.
If you didn't have Brad Holmes, I would be like, man, Lions are going to be terrible from here on out, but he's such a good GM. I love that dude. I wish we had Brad Holmes.
We got enough to beat the booty people, and we got an easy schedule next year, so we're going to be like the Bears. You know what I'm saying? Beating all the losing against the good team, shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to be a Super Bowl champion? Is that what we're going to be?
Oh, man. It's a hard division, man.
That's funny, but ain't nobody in the NFC that much better than me, huh? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody. I'm not afraid of nobody in the NFC.
Bears almost got swept by the Vikings like the Lions did.
Huh?
Said the Bears almost got swept by the Vikings like the Lions did. I mean, it's crazy. Every single game in this division is tough.
The Bears, are you guys even going to be starting like all of your starters? Like, with how many injuries you have, is that a smart move?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, so it makes a difference, to get the second seed or the third seed. So I think at least 50% of the time, at least for the first half of the game to see kind of how it goes, I believe we are going to go ahead and have our starters because it means something. Not only it means something for seeding, but I think it means something for Ben Johnson, especially in his first year coaching. Now, I think to your right, your point, Seventh Letter, I hope no one gets injured. We already lost Noah Sewell in our defense, last week, and he's out for the season. So I think
that's Panay's little brother, right?
It is. That's why, like, if he was playing, I feel like, it would have been a little bit less kneecap biting, but I am a little bit worried about them going after.
He practice all week. He might not even play. That's another reason.
So he might not play. Yeah. So So if the Bears have it in hand early, maybe Caleb doesn't play the whole game, but I think he's going to. I think this game means something. All right. My keys. Obviously, the Bears need to get that running game going early. They really need to attack that Lions secondary. I looked at it. The Lions are 24th in total defense this year. They're 19th in passing defense, 218.1 yards per game. And my guy Caleb, he's going for 4,000 yards. Obviously, that's going to be something.
What is he at?
All right, here we go.
No, he's not going to get 380 yards or 370 yards.
He needs 270 yards.
Oh, 270. Okay.
Yep.
Do that.
3,730 yards. He just needs, 270 yards. 108 yards for the Bears franchise record. Eric Kramer got that.
Kramer. Oh my gosh.
In 1995. Yes.
The great Eric Kramer, man.
3,838 yards in 1995 is the current Chicago Bears passing record. But hey, Caleb,
I just don't understand how the Bears have never had a quarterback. That's just freaking crazy.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Kramer is a single season.
It's cold and windy. I know I didn't have. It's cold.
You know what,
man?
But y'all had so much money the last couple years. Like,
Man, that's why they.
Caleb Williams.
Shelby, that's why they should have been good 3 years ago. They spent
Right.
money in the offseason.
Now that the Bears have taken the North, are they going to give it back?
Nope. Never.
Oh, really?
Give it back. We got it.
And I remember a time you guys took the North, and then that season you lost the NFC Championship game at Soldier Field.
So that's the thing.
Man,
Hey,
what a tough season that was. Hey, at least you were the division champs, though.
Hey, I want the Packers. I want to exercise those demons. I want to spank the Packers. Before that, I want to spank the Lions, and I think the Bears are going to beat the Lions 38-17. It's not going to even be close. I think. I think we're going to get the running game going early, and I think Caleb Williams is going to stay in long enough. I think Caleb Williams is going to have 275 passing yards this game. And what's that?
In the first quarter.
He may. But I think he's just going to get enough to get that 4,000 yards and then say, all right, peace out. Let's get ready for the Green Bay Packers.
4,005 yards.
4,005 yards. That is my prediction.
You know for sure that you guys are going to be against the Packers in the playoffs?
Well, if we're the 2 seed, if we win, we're the 2 seed, and we host the Packers.
Play the 7 seed.
If we lose, the Eagles also have to win, and then we're the 3 seed.
Because they still don't even know what's number one. It's between the Seahawks and the 49ers.
And the 49ers. Yep. So
what an interesting year for the NFC.
Tell you what, though, I mean, I'll say this: if we are the 3 seed and we host the 49ers, I'm not so worried about the 49ers at Chicago. I don't know if Brock Purdy is as good in inclement weather as
I agree.
Although they didn't have Kittle, so we'll see about that. Obviously, there's a lot to come here, but I do think the Bears win this game handily, and obviously, I think this is a get-right game for the Dennis Allen defense. He has definitely shouldered some blame, and it was absolutely ridiculous. Some of the easy passes that Brock Purdy was having. But unlike Seventh Letter, I am a Brock Purdy stan, as the kids say now. So,
you like Brock Purdy? You think he's good?
I do, and this is I'm an Iowa Hawkeye, and he was a Iowa State Cyclone. He did some of that in college, but he never really beat Iowa. So I like Brock Purdy, I'm a believer in that offense and Shanahan.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah. So, and good for him. So I do think the Bears are going to win this. Seventh Letter, you said you basically think the Lions are going to lose, right?
Yeah, 35-4.
Two safeties versus Caleb, which is entirely possible. Although here's the thing, it's interesting that You brought this up as well, Miles, about his 58.1% accuracy, right? So a lot of the plays, when you look at how he scrambles and throws the ball away, he may be not all that accurate right now, but the cool thing is he is not throwing them to the other team, right? So he is throwing it out of bounds. He's avoiding sacks. There are some, and obviously Chris Collinsworth went in on him on one miss on versus the 49ers, but he is starting to grow in that offense, and he's not putting the ball in harm's way, which you can't say that about some other quarterbacks.
Yep. Only 6 interceptions. That's pretty good.
Yep. So, all right. What about you, Skull Geek? Do you think the Bears or the Lions going to win this week?
I think it's going to be closer. I think it'll probably be 21-24 Bears.
All right.
If y'all make that game close, y'all suck. Y'all one and done. I promise you. Y'all get the fuck out of here.
True.
Y'all should beat the hell out of us, yo. Seriously. Seriously. If the Vikings had any kind of offense that was like 50 to whatever.
Yep.
Any kind of offense. Oh. Sucks, yo.
All right, Shelby, what about you? Do you think the Bears or the Lions are going to win?
I think that it's going to be the Bears. I think 28-13.
All right. Love that.
Now that everybody picked the Bears, I kind of want to pick the Lions, dude.
Well, don't mess up my Bears love fest. I want to hear this from Miles. Miles, do you think the Lions or the Bears are going to win this week?
Don't worry, I'm not going to disappoint. I think this is a pride game for Dan Campbell, and
there we go.
I think they'll find a way to get that offense going against the Bears defense, and you'll get yourself a 38-35 shootout that the Lions find a way to win.
That is true. Your guys' defense is not
great.
Not great. It was like score. It
was absolutely
we can't
ridiculous.
pretend like the Lions' offense is terrible. It's not terrible.
It's not.
It's actually, isn't it the number one offense? It's just like
ridiculous, show.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is this
like statistically? It's like amazing.
No, it's in Chicago. Okay.
Yeah,
that makes a difference.
Yeah,
I'm not going to give you which one, Andy. I can't do it.
I figured.
In the playoffs, you should want the 49ers to come to you. Everybody else is used to outdoor games. You're not going to have that Soldier Field advantage. The Eagles, I mean, come on. The Packers, obviously. The Seahawks are also outdoor team. Unless it's the Rams or the 49ers, I think that's the only home field advantage really that you would.
Good point.
Tell you what, I think I believe it's supposed to be it's going to be cold, but going to be sunny. But the thing about Chicago is we've seen it in a lot of these games, here late in the season, how windy it is. And if you get to a close game and you have a kicker like Cairo Santos who is able to bend it like Beckham, with some of those kicks, I mean, that's a huge advantage. So absolutely. Bring on the 49ers, and I don't even know who their kicker is right now. But
I'll just say this: Will Reichert is the best kicker in the NFL.
Duh.
Can't be talking about Cairo Santos like that without mentioning the fact that Will Reichert, Will the Thrill, is the best in the NFL.
Does he kick in a dome?
Shut up. Yeah.
He's kicked outside. Let's not act like he has.
You got to get those jokes in while you can, Andy.
He's only missed 2 kicks, and were they really misses?
Yeah, he hit the wire on both of them.
He's 100% on extra points for the season.
Yeah, and
I know you can't relate.
Highest, kick percentage over 50 yards. The guy's incredible.
He just beat Blair Walsh's
record. We got to have something to cheer for next year, Andy. Give us something.
Hey, I tell you what, and we'll do some kind of postmortem in the next few weeks here, but picking season MVPs. And from what I'm hearing, if the Will Reichert is the Minnesota Vikings team MVP for 2025,
that's right.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we could just send the award.
Think about
to
it.
him
So
right
many games we didn't score touchdowns. It was just like field goal. Like,
that's funny.
How cool would that be if we just decide we're going to have some Freezin 4 awards, and we just send a random award to Will Reichard for the 2025 MVP of the Minnesota Vikings, and get him to accept it. Some type of maybe like a towel or something like that.
Yep.
That'd be sick.
That would be amazing, I think. So, all right. So, hey,
I got a question for Miles before we go. How many times do you think they're going to let Clayton Tune throw the ball on Sunday?
I mean, he threw it 4 times already. So in that last game, that's 4 times too many. I think they'll turn him loose. It's a Matt Flynn game.
Okay.
I think they'll turn him
Even
loose.
with Brian Flores, I feel like he's just waiting for that guy to throw the ball.
I think if they cared, he wouldn't be starting. Because Jordan Love cleared concussion protocol. He could start. And, you could play him for a little bit and then pull him to try to keep him safe, from injury, whatever. But if they cared, he wouldn't be playing. I think they're going to turn him loose.
Which means, I mean, if anybody is still playing in fantasy football, start the Vikings defense. So, maybe a strip sack from who's the one of your top defenders.
Van Ginkel?
No, the
Dallas
other guy.
Turner?
Dallas Turner. Strip sack, fumble return for Dallas Turner. It's coming.
I worked a fantasy football party like at the beginning of the year, and it was all these people, obviously in California, and they were choosing defenses, and I was like, choose the Vikings defense, and they were not listening to me. And this guy, he was like, okay, I'm gonna choose it. I'm like, I guarantee that defense is gonna, and I can't wait. I told him, come back here, because I guarantee that defense has gotten you, especially these last couple weeks.
Yep. I'm sure he dropped him after, because what was it, like week 2? I can't remember, week 1 or week 2, maybe week 3. We had like 30 some points for the, for the defense. And then after that, it was just terrible until the last 4 games.
Yeah. Very Vikings coded.
Yep.
Minnesota Vikings defense winning you fantasy championships, but not real life championships. But I digress. Tell you what, man, this Ole Miss Georgia game is crazy. So we're gonna get out of here. Definitely appreciate everyone coming this week and commenting. Where can everyone find you, Skull Geek, as we close out?
I like to keep it simple, like I said earlier. Just one place. It's on X, Twitter, @SkullGeek.
Awesome. Definitely always enjoy having you on. Everyone like and subscribe as well. And, it's good to have a Viking contingent, win or lose. You guys have been great this year. So, Shelby, where can everyone find you as we close out?
Shelby Tweten on Instagram, Twitter, X, and the Skull Queen on TikTok.
All good stuff as well.
Do you do a lot on TikTok, Shelby?
This year's been a little rough. I'm going to be honest with you. It's way harder to make content when you suck ass. Especially since most of my content was like get ready with me's, because the past couple years I was going to so many games, where this year I was like, I'm not about to drop a lot of money to go to games to watch us lose.
Yep.
You could have done like a get ready with me and like put on the paper sack.
That would be funny.
Oh, man.
Why didn't you tell me that?
I know.
Ago?
Sometimes it just things come at the
that would have been
worst
fucking
time.
hilarious. Oh my gosh.
Definitely enjoy having you on. Miles, always great to have you on as well. Your rose-colored glasses. But where can everyone find you as we close out?
I appreciate hanging out with you guys again this week. You can find me on the Pack Weekly Pod. I always shout us out on YouTube. We're on Twitter X as well, @Pack Weekly Pod. So come hang out Monday nights, 9:30 streaming live. We're gonna every week, even in the off season, gonna get a little bit nerdy about the draft. So we start breaking down draft prospects. We can go deep into that. But yeah, come have some fun with us.
That's always my favorite content of yours. Obviously, if you have to follow Packer content, follow Miles. But draft content is out of this world. Definitely enjoy that as well. And you can find me on NFL Outdated on Twitter X, usually in some Twitter fights. Always fun sometimes. And you can find me. Not always. You can find me on Instagram, NFL Outdated on YouTube, NFL Outdated. You can find us on Freezin #4 Pod on TikTok, and you can find me on the top of the NFC North.
Yes.
Top 7th letter. Where can we find you as we close out?
7th letter 4, Twitter, X, same on Instagram, Facebook. We're having a Sunday 4:30. I'm having a Love on the Spectrum watch party.
You got to be through the season by now. Are you
One
watching
more.
an episode a week? Or?
Rocky, as Rocky says, one more.
Watch it again. Just
one more
watch
round.
This is it makes me feel so
It's your
happy.
comfort show. It's your comfort show.
It's like a slice of pizza. Word.
All right. Definitely always enjoy everyone coming. Great comments this week. And we will catch you next Wednesday. Preview for the playoffs for those of us down here. And lots of stuff to come as well. Postmortems, things like that as well. So definitely appreciate everyone joining us. Once again, it's been the Freezin North Podcast. And we'll catch
Happy
you
New Year.
next week.
Yes.
Happy New Year and bear down.